Hello, Facebook friends. How are you? It is Thursday. How are my foodies out there? Okay, so it's Thursday, um, the day before Good Friday, Holy Week. So I hope you're all having a good day. I hope it's everybody's staying safe out there and doing what you're supposed to be doing. It sounds like everybody around the country is doing that. So, all right. So I'm a huge foodie. I love food. Of course, you can tell that by looking at me when if those of you that know me. Uh, so one of my most favorite things to do when I go travel is to try out different foods, try out different um, places to eat. Um, but so today we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about foodies, and you know, I probably should have been a chef at some point in my life. I like to cook. I'm always looking at different recipes and different things and watching different shows on TV that food type shows. So that's why I thought this was going to be an interesting topic to kind of give you an idea about what um, what the top foodie places are around the United States. So let's go ahead and dive in. Um, Maybe once all this stuff blows over and you're planning your travels and you want to get out and see the country, maybe you'll think about some of these hot spots where you can get some food. Um, so the first number one best foodie city in the United States is going to be San Francisco. That's right. Um, San Francisco is a city known for its innovation, and that extends into its restaurant scene. I have been to San Francisco, and they have got some of the best seafood on the planet, as far as I'm concerned. Now, I have not been up to the Northeast, and I hear that they have some of the best seafood up there as well. So one day I'll get up there and I'll be able to compare the two. But San Francisco is certainly um, they have a ton of restaurants. Um, they have a wealth of farmers markets and plenty of unique little hole in the wall eateries, which I just find those fascinating. Um, and there's no shortage on creative options in San Francisco. So um, it features one of the best food markets in America, and the expensive ferry building marketplace is one of those. So if you ever get the opportunity, or if you've been to San Francisco, you're going to know that um, that that's one of the reasons it's the top number one best foodie cities in the USA. And then, of course, number two, going back down to the south, is New Orleans. That's right. Number two, best foodie city in the United States is New Orleans. This Big Easy offers a plethora of Cajun and Creole staple dishes, gumbo, jambalaya, po' boys, and the list goes on. And um, man, it makes my mouth water thinking about the jambalaya and the different gumbos. But what makes the Bayou so special is the sense of tradition that presents itself in every dish. If you've been to New Orleans, you know what I'm talking about. It's a world of its own. The tradition is clearly in the food that they prepare, and it has a heavy European influence. The meals are treated as events that connect the community to both the present and the past. So New Orleans is number two on our best foodie list in the United States, and for good reason. Number three, we're going to shoot up north to Chicago. Chicago, number 3, and is the best foodie city in the U.S. Number 3. You're going to need a few napkins and multiple days to take on the Windy City's food scene. Deep dish pizza, fully loaded hot dogs, popcorn, Italian beef. All these dishes are uniquely Chicago. And, you know, when you talk about having a Chicago style hot dog, man, talk about mouth watering. I knew this was going to be a difficult live video to do because of all the different foods. But let me tell you, Chicago's got it going on. The culinary capital of the Midwest. This city is one that you want to travel to for award-winning restaurants that serve up a pile of picturesque views of the Chicago River. So that tops out our number 3, Chicago. Number 4, we're going to move over to the east a little bit from there, and New York City is going to hit our list for number 4. That's right. The city that never sleeps is known around the world for not only its famous shopping, but its dining scenes, both volume and density. There's virtually no type of food travelers can't find in the Big Apple, and that alone is an impressive feat. But the gastronomic heavyweight is also home to a high concentration of accolades from Michelin starred restaurants to James Beard award winning chefs. And when I think of New York, I think of the New York style pizza. I remember when I was living in Tampa, there would be a couple of pizzerias around downtown Ybor City, and they would have New York style pizza. And the big thing is how do you eat New York style pizza? Do you eat it flat or do you fold it? That's the question. And I think we all know the answer to that. Hello, welcome into our room. So number 4 on the list is New York City. Number 5, we're going to go all the way out west to Los Angeles. And Los Angeles is our best foodie city in the United States at number 5. Los Angeles is able to do what few other cities can do. Create a globally representative food scene that is as unique as it is accessible. And this city's melting pot of cultures has made it its penchant for fusion cuisine famous, and LA's acclaimed street food means that even if you skip the upscale restaurants, your plate won't be disappointed, and neither will your wallet. So Los Angeles, I've been out there, but only for like one night, half a day. So, but that's another place that's on my bucket list is Los Angeles, and they're number 5 for the best foodies in the United States. And then we're going up north for number 6, just a little ways up north to Napa Valley. And Napa Valley is right outside San Francisco, obviously. And this is California's region best known for its sprawling wine country and excellent hotels. The cuisine also keeps people coming back for more. You'll find award-winning restaurants that offer excellent wine pairing menus made from local ingredients. So be sure to make yourself ready to bring your big wallet, and Napa Valley is pretty well known for its pricey fine dining. So, but it won't disappoint. Trust me. Number 7 is Charleston, South Carolina, all the way back over on the East Coast. And what Charleston lacks in diversity, it makes up for a superb low-country cuisine. It's served with a side of charming Southern hospitality, known as rib-sticking comfort food, the authentic Southern staples, and fresh seafood offerings have earned this quaint city recognition from a variety of industry experts as a foodie haven. I think of Savannah, Georgia, when I think of the East Coast and that Southern hospitality. And of course, you know who I'm talking about. And I might talk about her a little bit more here in a little bit. But so number 7 on our best foodie list for the best foodies in the United States is Charleston, South Carolina. And if you want to know who I was talking about Paula Deen, of course. We all knew that. Seattle is the best, number 8 in best foodie city in the United States, Seattle, Washington. The Emerald City. It undoubtedly impresses with its food markets, but there are many numerous restaurants and independently owned food vendors that are worth your attention. The geography and the climate also allow farmers to grow an assortment of produce and protein for the city's masterful chefs to play with. So rain, a lot of rain up there all the time. So you can imagine the farmers can grow all those vegetables, and the climate is just perfect for that. So Seattle is number 8 in our best foodie city in the United States of America. And that's up in the most northwestern part of the United States, just shy of Alaska. Number 9 is a little further south, not far, but a little bit. Portland, Oregon comes in at number 9 for our best foodie cities. This is a city where fresh and organic foods reign supreme. Portland's food consistency receives praise from industry experts and travelers alike. The city's geography breeds incredible ingredients, and chefs are using them to push the boundaries of experimental cuisine. Plus, you don't necessarily need deep pockets to dine there. Portland is home to more than 600 affordable food carts. Imagine that, 600 affordable food carts. Man, I would be in heaven. So Portland, Oregon, that comes in at 9 on our foodies list for the United States of America. And then finally, number 10, back down in the South in my home state, Houston. Houston comes in number 10 as the best foodie city in the United States. And what do you think is on the top of that list? Of course, barbecue. That's right. Barbecue is given in the largest city in the Lone Star State. This up-and-coming culinary destination has a lot more going for it. The culturally diverse city is welcoming innovative chefs with open arms and has emerged as the intersection between Chinese, Vietnamese, Hispanic, and Southern cuisines. So Houston, Texas comes in number 10 in our best foodie cities of the USA. And I said I was going to do 10. I won't talk too much, but Nashville comes in number 11. Number 12, San Diego. And again, Texas, Austin comes in number 13. Sonoma, California comes in 14. And 15, our friend Paula Deen, Savannah, Georgia. All right, there you have it, folks. The top best food cities in the U.S. of A. And so this week I've tried to give you some best shopping places around the world, some best cities to visit within the United States, and some best foodie places, foodie cities to visit within the United States. So as you're thinking about traveling, once you're able to get out, I've heard people say, man, when I get out of, shelter in place, I can't wait to just pack up and go somewhere. And, as a traveling advisor, I know things are going to get super busy. I know that they're already starting to pick up. People are already starting to make plans. But So if you want to go abroad, we can talk about what's out there abroad. If you want to stay in the United States, domestic cities with shopping and food, some of those cities that were out the last few days. So keep that in mind as you're thinking about your travel ventures. And I can tell you, one of my favorite foods is Mexican food, but not Tex-Mex. I like the authentic Mexican food. And when you go down south, and looking down into Mexico and Caribbean area, Cancun, Cozumel, Las Cobos, I mean, you're going to find some of the most authentic Mexican food down in that area. Of course, over in Jamaica, you're going to find more of the jerk chicken and things of that nature, more of a Caribbean flavor. Same thing around the Bahamas. So keep that in mind as we are starting to move forward. All right. We're going into Holy Weekend. Tomorrow's Good Friday and then Easter Sunday. And I know it's not going to be the same this year. But you know what? I know all of my family and friends out there, and you're going to do and make the best of it. And there's no doubt about that. So I'm still going to post a couple of things. It's not necessarily going to be well, actually, tomorrow it's going to be related to travel because it's going to be related to travel, but it's also going to be related to the holy grounds. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I'm actually going to show some video of the holy grounds. I recently partnered up with a company that is all about faith-based travel, and they've got it all covered down in the Holy Land. So I'm going to give you a little taste of that tomorrow. And then Sunday is, of course, Easter. So you guys be safe, stay in, keep doing what you're doing because we're getting a grip on this thing. And soon we're going to be able to get out of here and start filling up those airports and start filling up those travel trailers and those cruise ships. And we're going to be able to get back to maybe not the way things used to be, but you know what? I think we've all learned a lot from what we've been through in the last several weeks, and it's going to be a real benefit to us all. So you guys have a good weekend and stay safe, and I will talk to you real soon. Okay? All right. Good night, y'all.